Welcome to the Launchpad, where ideas lift off.
So what is Ideal Incubator? Ideal Incubator is focused on early stage companies and Sri Lankan Tamil entrepreneurs. The Ideal Incubator team is a group of professionals dedicated to providing the best possible service and support for both our venture capitalists and entrepreneurs alike. From helping develop business plans to closing business development deals, we aim to be there for you from the start. Ideal Incubator Fellows have worked with startup companies for many, many years, and we are dedicated to finding, nurturing and launching the next generation of world-class Tamil entrepreneurs in the years to come. One of the things entrepreneurs and companies might want to do when they're starting up a business is look at ways to get from idea stage to the business faster. One of those ways is through a business incubator. Ideal Incubator is committed to offering our entrepreneurs a variety of resources so that they can make things happen for both themselves and their businesses. So Ideal Incubator is one way you might be able to take your idea and make it into a success.
10 young entrepreneurs compete for the chance to win up to $1 million in funding to help bring their ideas to life. The better their pitch, the higher their chances of fast-tracking to the final round. Whose idea will lift off on Ideal Incubator's Launchpad?
Right now we have 581 pre-sales.
At $120 a piece?
At $120 a piece.
Very nice.
Okay.
Any profit that comes from a product is going back into the research for autism.
Guys, can I just, Brinisha, could you just take a step back to the platform? Yes, calling back about fidget.
But who in this day and age has the time or the money to be pampered regularly? Right here, I have the actual prototype.
And asthma rates are doubling every year. Focus on the big data that we're gathering from these sensors for long-term trending and analysis.
So I also like the actual opportunity of selling this data to insurance companies.
Market size, you're probably wondering, how big is this market? Is there money in here? Absolutely.
How do you force the general public to have your app on the phone?
And the groups that you mentioned that would be using this product, you mentioned media ambassadors, NGOs, government, elected officials. You mentioned that you contacted two. Have anybody else validated the need?
Engagement doesn't come on voting on election only. It's an active process, a continual process.
Guys, what time is it?
No, it's getting late. What's the hold up?
Hi guys, I'm so sorry. We tried to get a hold of the last contestant and he's a no-show, so he's not coming.
Are you
serious?
joking?
Did you
this
call
them?
them?
This is a joke.
Should I pitch for you guys?
No, we don't want to hear it.
No.
No?
At what stage are you in your product development?
Who's going to take liable for that? Not me. It's your tool.
And this is my daughter, Ovia. It catches both part of it, not only the organizing part, also selling tickets. Like
I know you spoke about the market, your market size and all that. How do you plan to make money out of this product?
One of the bigger players spends something like $40 million a quarter on marketing. How do you plan to, with very little money at the start, get up to that user base?
Yeah. Now we're here to ask for $100,000.
Who actually writes the check or pays for your product?
This is the only question that we never prepared for when we came on the show.
Yeah.
I have a 500% margin on this device.
How much?
500% margin on this device.
And what's the retail?
Is that your own? You have IP
yeah,
on that?
we created that from scratch, yeah.
Do you have IP on that?
Just who are the advisors? They are the trusted industry experts tasked with the very important job of finding the next big business venture for the investor. Kobe Yogaratnam, the UK-based outspoken entrepreneur, has founded and affiliated with several startups and has business interests in 3 continents. Is a shrewd new age serial entrepreneur with 10 years of experience in business management consulting at some of the premier corporations in the world. Manjula Selvaraja is a seasoned startup executive, journalist, and engineer. In her former role, she was the vice president of marketing and an early employee at a Toronto startup that went on to become one of the top 10 tech IPOs of 2012, valued at just under $1 billion. Carolyn Path is a system and computing engineer with over 10 years professional consulting experience in the software development industry across various verticals such as telecommunications, finance, and healthcare. She is also the co-founder and CEO of Le Petit Trois. Bahisen Selvaraja is a software professional and an information systems architecture and design consultant for one of the 5 biggest banks in Canada. His passion for entrepreneurship stems from the early days of his career. He strongly believes in Tamil youth and giving back to the community.
Hello, advisors. I'm entrusting you with $1 million in funding to find the next big business venture for Ideal Incubator. I'll be watching. Good luck.
My name is Nisha Sarviswaran. I'm an engineer and an entrepreneur. Ambience data is redefining air pollution monitoring. We're trying to make the air we breathe safer. I have 3 young kids, and when my son was born, he was allergic to a lot of things. And I spent a lot of time looking at national weather information and pollution information, and I realized that there isn't anything local that I can actually find. So I decided to build my own, and that's how the business started. I do this for the future, to be honest, so I see that we're having a huge problem in the environment. When you fly into Delhi, you can't really stay there for more than 2 years. Air pollution is a growing problem all over the world. Brazil, India, China, California, and you see spikes everywhere, and you don't see the long-term consequences. Kids everywhere are having a lot more asthma, and they're a lot more allergic to different factors, and you have to understand why. There's no causal relationship between what we're doing to the environment and what our long-term consequences is going to be, and that's what I'm really trying to find out. I'm really passionate about my business. I will knock on any door, and I think we are trying to make a change for the better for everybody involved, and the Launchpad team seems to be a great fit for us. They're really passionate about the environment, and they want to help make a difference. And so I think it'll work perfectly.
The thing that I liked about Nisha was, apart from the fact that she had an innovative product, she's obviously bright, and their team is hardworking. I think that there's a lot of innovation in there. But something that I found out in the presentation that shouldn't weigh in on if she ends up in the finals, which she is, or she walks away with the big trophy, but is the fact that she's a mother of 3. And I found that personally inspiring, because it goes to show you that there is the possibility of being an entrepreneur and a successful entrepreneur after you have kids. And that's why I liked being a part of that pitch and hearing that story.
As a fellow female engineer, I was really excited to meet Nisha. Her product, Ambience Data, it's very versatile, and the use of the data collected from her product is endless. There is no question at all why she made it to the finals.
Nisha's a great entrepreneur. Not only is she Tamil, she's an entrepreneur from the engineering field. There's not many of them. She's got this great product, Ambience Data, that's got 3 verticals. I love the fact that she can sell the big data solution, she can sell to the consumer, the regular person on the street, as well as to the enterprise clients as well.
Nisha's product may look a bit funny. It's almost like an octopus having all kinds of things hanging out. But it's those sensors, and she has enough sensors to pick up all available data. And moreover, she has put so much thinking into that, forward thinking especially. She has made it that these modules are pluggable so that they can be replaced with any custom need. I think that's the kind of forward-looking approach that we would look for any kind of product development, and that's greatly appreciated.
If your favorite idea did not make it into the final round, log on to thelaunchpadshow.com and vote your favorite contestant into the finals.
My name is Runi Shaki Kamlanathan. I just recently quit my job as a special events coordinator, and now I'm a full-time founder and CEO of Fidget. We're focusing on designing stress relief toys for children with autism. I really wanted to solve a real problem, and something that I can't really measure big or small, just solving an actual problem and not just creating the next cool app or a next cool device. It was more like, who am I solving it for and how am I making their lives better? So my nephew, he falls on the autism spectrum, and I noticed the stigma more than anything behavior related or even focused on him himself. It was more of his parents trying to kind of keep him away from other kids because they were afraid of how he was going to react to them. They were afraid of how other families were going to look at him. And that motivated me to even go to the basements during parties where he was and get to know him and like play around with him, but also learn to understand how he is versus what I've been learning through books or what I hear through his mother or what his mother hears through the therapist and other workshops. I knew I had an idea, but wanting to actually pursue it full time, it was only because if not now, then when? And if I don't act now, like my nephew's getting older and older. So if his behavior is not aided in any way or innovative means are not incorporated into his environment now, he's just gonna grow older, not fulfilling his full potential because of the challenges and barriers around him. This show, because it's a platform for me to shine along with all these other great entrepreneurs of, Tamil background. It gives the limelight to us to finally tell other young Tamil children and teenagers to pursue their ideas and dreams, because those behind us are going to be our parents, no matter how much our parents try to say that, oh, by culture, a girl is not supposed to do this, or a boy is not supposed to do this, or they can do this, they can't do this. If it's an idea, if you're passionate about it, just go for it, regardless of age, ethnicity, cultural background, religious background. Just be you and do what you want to be passionate about. And that's definitely what I want to kind of achieve by the end of this whole show or through this show, to reach out and tell everybody, like, I can do it and so can you.
I loved Renisha's personal story. It was so inspiring that the need came from a story that had to do with her nephew. One of the important things that she mentioned in her pitch was that her biggest revenue model was about giving back to the community, and I think that there in itself is just simply inspiring.
Renesha's fidget was actually a cute presentation. I think it had a lot of emotional element to that. She nicely put together her personal story, and she actually matched the logo in her dressing. That was quite a thought. Moreover, we didn't quite know about the pre-sales that the product actually had, and that was quite a game changer at the stage. I don't know if you guys have noticed it. It is great. That really shows what the product market fit is.
Renesh, she is basically an amazing entrepreneur. The story behind it with her nephew and the fact that she's put together a product which is not only going to help many, many thousands of people, she's actually doing this for the benefit of not just to make money, it's to solve a problem, to ease people's lives. We, as judges that day and the advisors, we actually had a bit of trouble about this until we thought about the fact that she's actually made pre-sales. Nearly $70,000 of pre-sales before a product has even been brought to market is something special. And I think just because of that alone, we were able to change our minds and fast track her to the final.
You're seriously asking me to comment on why Renisha's pitch was great? I mean, it's really simple. She has pre-sales orders. So imagine that you have a product, a startup, and before you even have really fully launched it, a segment of the market is telling you that they want this to the tune of $75,000. That is market validation like I haven't really heard before. So that's all I have to say. Pre-sales orders. End of topic.
If your favorite idea did not make it into the final round, log on to thelaunchpadshow.com and vote your favorite contestant into the finals.
My name is Thiban Rajendran. I'm the CEO and president of VTO Consulting. EventXL.com is an event management and marketing portal for event planners and event goers. I've been in the event planning for the last 15 years and I own an event planning company. And we felt there's a need for a portal that make it easy for event planners to post their event and for event goers to find and participate in the event in an easy way. That's the reason we've developed this portal. That's a really tough question. I have a couple of people, and on the top of the list, I should say Sir Richard Branson, the founder of Virgin Group of companies, and I also admire a lot Elon Musk, Steve Jobs. I choose this show because the Launchpad show is one of the first kind in the Tamil community, and I felt this is a good opportunity for me to be part of it and showcase our innovation on this show.
Theban and his daughter Ovia were such a pleasure to meet. His product, EventXL, I think there's quite a few competitors in the market at the moment, but it's currently in its beginning stages and I think there's great potential. I completely understand why we put him to the finals.
So Theban has a neat product because that sort of event planning, event ticketing business, I think that there is a sizable market, but there's really established competition who have a lot of capital. So I think that was a concern for me. The other concern was I thought that his product was trying to do a lot, but he is ambitious. I thought that he was someone that you could invest in, and if he can focus in on one of those markets, I think there's potential. So that part particularly I found really compelling, and I think that's why he got that fast-track ticket.
Theban, another great entrepreneur, his daughter as well, absolutely great team. What I love about his invention is that it's possibly got an opportunity to disrupt a $40 billion market with two key players. If he can grab 0.5% of that market, he's looking about capturing $20 million. And what I think he's doing here is not only courageous, it's actually a good showcase to a lot of other entrepreneurs that want to disrupt a mass market.
From a financials perspective, he's only asking for 10% of equity for $100,000. And also, he already has a finished product that he's already beta testing with some potential clients. So that, I think, is a real deal breaker for us because it's already proven a business model. He's doing something faster in a shorter period of time and cheaper. So definitely, he has the potential to go and get some customers, and we don't think I think he will have to focus more on his sales and marketing, how he's going to leverage the channels and how he's going to get clients on board. And also, his product is integrating these different verticals of ticket sales and event management. So he sits in this nice mid spot where he can get customers from these three domains. I think that's a huge plus for his product, and for this reason, I think it's worthwhile for us to consider investing in him.
If your favorite idea did not make it into the final round, log on to thelaunchpadshow.com and vote your favorite contestant into the finals.
My name is Ravi Ravindran, and I guess you can say I work as an entrepreneur. Basically, I'm starting a new division at a company called Technion. Technion builds custom-made interiors for offices like Google, Apple, and government agencies. So Mappian is a social network that's geared on a map. And what's different about this, it filters content by location. It makes you the center of your own world, whereas everything's happening around you. You open it up, you see a map, you see things happening around you. Our tagline is to be globally local. Wherever you go, be local to your environment. So this is actually my third company I've started in 7 years, right? I've done a lot of entrepreneurial things. I've been to numerous amount of like business, technology, and entrepreneurship competitions and conferences all around the world. Throughout my journey, I guess I've met hundreds of entrepreneurs, right? A lot of Tamil entrepreneurs, a lot of women entrepreneurs, a lot of minority entrepreneurs who feel like they don't have much access, same kind of access as others more mainstream entrepreneurs, I guess, to capital, to resources, to mentorship even. And to see the Tamil community coming together and building something like this where I can engage on a platform of other Tamil professionals, right, and reach into a network that's very much like my own, right? I think that is much more engaging to me. And for me, it's a way to show off my ideas, my skill sets, and be able to have a launch into the next stage of world innovation.
Ravi from Mappian, I think is another great entrepreneur, and his showcase of what his product does was great, a very professional presentation. The best thing about Mappian is the fact that his idea is on trend. He's got a lot of people that's already wanting to use his product. It can be upscaled to different universities across the whole of North America. Mappian itself in the final round, there was a bit of trouble there deciding who was going to get the final ticket. But I think it shows that the investment partner is serious about his investments, and he wanted to hear both from Mappian and the other contestant who would go through the final by assessing them both on their individual merits. And I think he made a good decision by putting both straight through to the fast track into the final.
He has already partnered with UFT's incubator system, and they have done 6 iterations. The only thing I was a bit concerned about his product was his revenue model. He didn't have a concrete revenue model, and most of the time what happens with these kind of products is until you reach enough user base for his product, you have to keep pumping money in. And for social technologies like this, sourcing for funds for that scalability that you're reaching is really hard. But again, he told that he's on Amazon, he's leveraging the EC2 infrastructure so that he can shrink and grow as he needs, which gives us the impression that he has thought about this up front. But let's see how he comes up with his defense in the finals.
So Mappian, Ravi's Mappian was very interesting, solid presentation. I mean, if you're going to put together a slide deck, oh my, I just thought it was very powerful. And he has a lot of support. He's come out of an incubator program, which means that there is a kind of a system to the madness. My concern was that I think I need to dig a little bit deeper into the growth of his user base. If he just has, I think he said something to the effect of like 300 pilot customers, and if that's it, then where's the growth? I mean, a lot of these products that are social media based, they're supposed to catch on like fire. That's what you're hoping for, that you don't have to take out huge marketing budgets to have them grow or have them be adopted. But it remains to be seen, and I think that's a question that I hope to get answered the next time.
Ravi did a really great job on his pitch, and his demo, I just loved it. I think his product is great. Mappian is a wonderful idea. I think the piece that actually sets him apart from his competitors is the feature that presents relatable data instead of just one event at a time. I think it's great that we put him through the finals, and I wish him all the best.
If your favorite idea did not make it into the final round, log on to thelaunchpadshow.com and vote your favorite contestant into the finals.
So our mission at Curable is to make healthcare more affordable and accessible to all in a timely manner. And we're doing that with the help of a wearable that we built from scratch.
We're trying to build a wearable to manage your stress and effectively improve your livelihood in the workplace.
So I'm the hardware engineer on the team. So while I was working at Sick Kids Hospital, I was working on many hardware-related projects, such as the device for autistic children. And currently at Bombardier, I also work as a hardware engineer developing devices for employees that are working on the trucks.
What motivated me was my grandma's sister passed away in hospital in Scarborough. She died for 4 hours before the hospital staff found out she died. So my brother came up with an idea to fix that problem, and we decided to create a wearable device that monitors the patient's vital signs and allows the doctors and nurses to know that something abnormal is happening with that patient in that room. So we started with that, and we ended up over here with the stress management band. called the PAL, and then a triage band that's for the hospitals.
A certain individual that inspires me a lot is my father. He's pretty passionate about his work, and I try to instill some of that passion in some of the work I do myself. I'm trying to build a company. Hard work goes a long way, so just trying to keep up with them, I guess.
We have a great team. We have a great idea, which we're ready to launch, and we're almost there. So we need that extra push from the incubator to help us get to where we need to. And we're funding this project from scratch. The three of us are working full-time jobs and funding it from scratch. And I think we're at the stage where we exhausted all of our resources and we want to get to the next level. And in order to get to the next level, we need some push from an external source. And I think this is the best way for us to get to where we want to be at.
Curable. Harish and Prakash, very investable guys. They've got two products there, Triage and PAL. And I feel that the biggest problem here was the advisors couldn't understand or couldn't figure out if both of them were investable or if one product was investable. I believe that Triage is the most investable, one of the two products, and has a global mass appeal and can solve a big solution in all hospitals around the world. I spoke to these guys off camera as well for about 30 minutes, and I find them so engaging, and if they don't get investment in this product, I'm telling you now, and I promise you this, they will go far with another product because they're both very, very good entrepreneurs.
First of all, I really love the name of this product, Curable. It speaks volumes to the uniqueness and the creativity of the entrepreneurs. I think with this product, the judges were quite torn about whether to put them through the finals or to do the public vote. But I'm really glad to see that we did make the decision to put them through to the finals, and I wish them all the best on their second chance.
PAL, oh, I don't even know how I'm going to put this into 1 minute, but I'm going to try. There were a lot of good signs. They had that really intelligent person on their team who had sort of this, a scientific way of answering your questions. They seem to be having the right discussions. They're having partnership discussions with Deloitte & Touche. They seem to have some important execs lined up for their management team. However, I still feel that they are kind of wasting cycles potentially on this product PAL that I think is going to take up their resources and time. And I'm sure that it was said when they were here, and it's going to be said multiple times, but I feel that that's going to take the energy away and resources away on focusing on triage. And frankly, there's so many products, wearable products in the market right now that focus on other individual aspects. And you can't compare yourself to a Fitbit. A Fitbit is focusing on a market that is based on weight training, on diets, and that is a market that is going to grow forever. From the time that Jane Fonda did aerobic tapes to now, people will always buy fitness-based products. But you know what? I don't really see a ton of people investing in fads around stress reduction related products. So that was kind of the objection I had at the back of my mind. I'd love to be proven wrong, but I'd love to see this team focus on the triage product instead of the PAL product.
It's an interesting domain. It's biotech. That's where my hesitation is also at. The problem with biotech is a lot of regulatory requirements that you have to hoop through, jump through. And also, when he mentioned that his product only cost him $15, but he has about 500% markup, that really threw me off. And also his funding requirement of 15% and $500,000 for what? So IP and regulatory requirements are really critical, and the data analysis that you're going to do on that product to come up with some kind of accuracy to report on patients' health status is something crucial for the success of that product. That's why I was on the fence for that product. But I guess our investment partner really liked the energy and the enthusiasm those brothers showed. And I guess that was part of the reason that he wanted to see them in the finals. But I would really like to see them address these concerns that I'm putting forward here in the finals for us to really make an investment decision.
If your favorite idea did not make it into the final round, Log on to thelaunchpadshow.com and vote your favorite contestant into the finals.
My name is Shanthan Sopalan. I've been in IT consulting and I've been a project manager for about the last 10 years. We developed the world's first precision facial hair threading device. Well, okay, I mean, the thing why we even started thinking about threading, first of all, was, I think the cosmetic industry is always, whether it's a recession or not, I'm just telling you the truth, okay? So whether it's a recession or not, women are always gonna make themselves look beautiful. And looking at kind of the modern world and modern innovations that's happening, threading is still kind of more of a service-oriented product, I guess. And we wanted to kind of tie that bridge between it being kind of manual intensive versus some sort of modern innovation. So started thinking about that, and we came up with this product, and now it's kind of opening eyes. So Launchpad. First of all, I want to thank Launchpad and Ideal Incubators for providing us with this opportunity. I think traditionally in our community, what's expected of you is, get a degree, get a 9-to-5 job, establish your career. But entrepreneurship is not something that's promoted. And Launchpad is giving us that opportunity. It validates that idea. And I just want to be a part of that.
So now we're getting to Shanthan's product, which is the threader. I'm going to put aside talking about the business opportunity. There'll be a ton said about that. And really look at it from a love for the product. And the geek in me loved looking at this product. While I was up on stage looking at it, I was dying to get a magnifying glass, put it onto this device, and try to figure out how he has taken this amazing, really fast motion that ladies at the salon do with these like 2 threads. They go at the speed of light, and he's managed to actually replicate it in a product. What a feat of mechanical engineering. And I really wanted to see that. So, I hope that he's successful with the product, but I just want to say it looked very cool, really close.
Asani and Shanthan's pitch started off full of nerves, but he ended up getting through it pretty well. Asani threading, I'm not sure it's a product that I would invest in, because first of all, I don't believe the marketplace is that big enough for him to launch a product like that. But I don't get my eyebrows done, so we put it to the public vote and let them decide.
It's not real easy coming up here and doing a pitch and presenting what you have been working so hard for, and it's pretty much your dream. The concern that we had with his product was that we weren't quite sure if there was a real market for it. But I guess we'll see when we put him out to the public vote. Good luck.
I think his product is very focused on a particular market segment. I think that's where his challenge is going to be, going mainstream with his product with any other salons. It's interesting that Walmart, he mentioned, that has opened threading stations, which is a great piece of information. I'm not sure how it's going to really do the market penetration, his product. So I think that's the reason that we left it out for the public to really convince us when it comes to investment decision. Let's see how the public votes on them. If they really think it's an interesting product that they would really get their hands on to see, why not? Let's give it a shot.
Hey guys, my name is Shanthan Sopalan. I'm one of the co-founders of Asani Threading. Hope you had a chance to catch episode 1 of the show on TT or YouTube, where we featured our innovative threading device. We come a long way to get this product to where it is right now, and looking to move on to the next stage. So if you believe in us, if you believe in Asani and the product, please participate in the voting round and vote for Asani to lift off at this year's finale of the Launchpad show. And keep an eye out for our website launch, AsaniThreading.com, over the next month, where you can get more info. And just wanted to say thank you guys for your support and consideration, and vote for Asani. Thank you.
If your favorite idea did not make it into the final round, log on to thelaunchpadshow.com and vote your favorite contestant into the finals.
My name is Dhanushan Chalvaraja. I currently work as an accountant for a mid-sized asset management firm in Toronto's financial district. I'm actually building a mobile dating app geared towards the South Asian community. My motivation is just personal pain points. Like, my parents have been bugging me to get married, and they've introduced me to the arranged marriage process, which I realize is a very broken process, very obsolete process. And talking to a lot of my friends and colleagues, they've all said they have the exact same pain points as me, or they've gone through similar experiences. So I just said, like, I can accept the status quo or do something about it. And I've decided to do something about it, which is why I'm here. The last straw moment was my mom made me meet like an arranged marriage broker. So I went there, I sat down, I was talking to this woman, and in my head, that was the moment. I was like, I think I can replace you with an app, and I think I will. So that was the moment. I think the South Asian community needs something to cater to their needs. A lot of the mainstream products don't really help the nuances or like work with the nuances of our community. And the other thing is dating, the word dating is very stigmatized in our community, right? But I mean, it doesn't have to be. It's a good way for people to get to know each other, get to build like long-lasting, meaningful relationships, right? So my hope is like once there's a product there, we're also going to just open up dialogue within the community, right? Get people to understand why it's an important part of building a relationship, right? So, and why rushing things the way they used to just does not work here. I mean, the running joke has been that I will be my own success story. I've talked a lot about my pain points. So the joke is with this app, I can meet the person I need to meet and write my own testimonial about how great this app really is, right? So that's my hidden agenda, I guess. But at the same time, a lot of people have spoken to me saying they face the same problem. So through this app, I want to be able to help our community embrace the concept of dating more so, or just being able to let their kids meet other people and give them the time they need to get to know the other person and kind of nurture that relationship from the ground up.
I was so impressed with Dhanushan and his product Coffee Date. His presentation was simply awesome. He was poised and professional. The only concern I have with his product is that I don't know if I'm completely convinced that there is a market for his product, as there's so many competitors out there. But he is open to the public vote, so we'll see if people really feel that they want this to get built.
Dhanushan and Coffee Date. I think Dhanushan is a very investable guy, but I'm not too sure about Coffee Date. I think that marketplace is fully saturated with dating apps at the moment. And I think that some of the bigger players are already ahead of him as well. So let's see what the public vote decide and see if there's need for his product.
Okay, Coffee Date. He's definitely taking on something that comes with a lot of stigma. And I think the particular demographic that he's targeting, people that are looking for long-term relationships, may not see online apps or online dating solutions as a way to address this. But you know what? It's not bad to take on a stigma. You just have to find a clever way to get around it. I think he has, I like the fact that there's the swiping, there's the personalization, if there's sort of privacy in there, and if there's certain aspects he can look into, and if he can actually tackle the stigma issue, then he has something promising. But I'll say again, if I was single now, I would use his product.
It's an interesting product. I want him to really focus on his profile building intelligence that he has to build into this product. There are tons of other products that they say they are different because of this, but I didn't see that come out a lot in his product. We need to see how your product is distinguishable from any other person, any other product that of similar caliber. I think that's the part that he really has to polish upon.
Hey Dhanushan, Launchpad just called. They want a promo video. Go.
Really? Okay. Well, hi, my name is Dhanushan. I'm the founder of Coffee Date, which is a mobile dating app geared towards the South Asian community. Hopefully you saw our episode of the Launchpad show, but if not, all you need to know is we're breaking down the stigmas of dating, and we're helping single South Asians build meaningful long-term relationships. We've already got great exposure through the Launchpad show and started signing up some beta testers, but we need your help to make our vision come true. And vote for us to help Coffee Date lift off in the finale.
If your favorite idea did not make it into the final round, log on to thelaunchpadshow.com and vote your favorite contestant into the finals.
Nishan and Fill in the Gap, great product. Within 7 days, he's come in at such late notice and actually delivered this pitch. I like his product. I like the fact that it's a product like Airbnb and Uber. A lot of people can utilize this and he can make money from this. The only thing I'm a bit worried about is his numbers.
So there's that potential to have people that have the stuff lying around their house turn it into money. But I will say one thing that is a problem with products that are out there that are part of the sharing economy is that you have to have something that has to go viral. And it is only as great the product only becomes usable when you have a really rich user base. So if I go on and I think, I want to rent a bouncy castle, my kids' party is coming up really soon, but I go on there and there's only 15 people and they all have lawnmowers, that's my first experience, I'm out. I may never go back in again, right? So, there's that barrier. How is he going to get, without advertising, perhaps using sort of guerrilla marketing tactics, how is he going to get to that rich user base so people are not turned off? And I'll just leave it that it is you can get over it, but it is definitely quite the marketing challenge, and I'm curious to see how he plans to address it.
Nisha, being a last-minute contestant, did a fantastic job on his pitch. His idea, Fill in the Gap, is a very interesting idea. However, I do think that it's in its early stages, and I'm really curious to really get a good grasp of his MVP.
When we got that space for another contestant, he was just there, he ran in and got the opportunity. It's fair for him to not have a minimum viable product for his idea, but which is fine. We don't expect everyone to have a working prototype day one, but the courage and the enthusiasm that he has is something that we really admire him about.
Hello there, my name is Nishant, I'm the founder of FIG. We believe in the power of sharing, and the passion for sharing is what fuels our product development. Our mission is to create a simple, innovative, and a secure platform for any user to share any goods in exchange for money or any other rewards. Please join me as we embark on a new journey to change the way we consume products and services. Vote for me so I can lift off at this year's Final Little Launchpad show. Thank you.
If your favorite idea did not make it into the final round, log on to thelaunchpadshow.com and vote your favorite contestant into the finals.
My name is Jay Jirasalingam. I own a small business. My project is called Democracy. Democracy is a civic engagement app that allows you to have a say and be heard by the lawmakers. My motivation was the Tamil struggle. When the community needed to have cloud, we didn't have it. And I feel like as individuals, we all have to succeed to increase the equity of the community, and therefore I chose entrepreneurship as an avenue to increase that equity. My inspiration is Steve Jobs. Even though he failed a number of times, he was able to come back and take simple ideas such as the MP3 player that existed, rebrand it, position it in a way that made it a big hit. This show is something ideally I would have done had I succeeded already in this space. Again, as part of my reason for entrepreneurship is again increasing the community equity, and I think this show does exactly that. And so that kind of attracted me to participate in the show. And I hope being here and others being here kind of exposes the opportunity to other people and kind of motivate them to pursue their dreams than the typical field of studies that they normally choose or they're motivated to choose at home.
Jay did a really great job in presenting his product, Democracy. I know that when he was presenting, I did have quite a few questions about the need for his product, but I'm really impressed with how that he built this to kind of give the voice to the people about the ability to express their opinions on issues that matter to them. I know we put him through to the public vote, and I wish him all the best.
The only thing that I really wanted to mention about Jay's product is that it kind of felt that it only covered one side of the story, and it did match up with his revenue model where he's only asking money from the people who are going to actually pay for their promotion. But I guess I asked this from him on stage as well. There was no concrete evidence that any general public will actually go and download his product, and that to go viral is very suspicious. But if people really think that Jay's product is something that they might want to download and have it on their app just in case, we will see that in the voting. Let's see how he pulls that out.
Jay's product, Democracy, I'm not too sure if I actually like it. Number one, I don't believe the product is actually going to make a big difference in the marketplace. I don't think there's a need for it. So that's why he's in the public vote. Let's see what they have to say.
You know, I like the fact that Jay was immersed in the space where his product operates. He's worked on campaigns before. If you look at either the management team or the board of advisors he actually had people that had worked with parties or on election campaigns before, which is a great sign. One of the things that I've noticed, and this is anecdotally, is that people tend to care more about a specific issue that affects them. So I probably care about, questions when it comes to national daycare because I have a kid. I care more about, seniors care because I have aging parents. On those issues, I may care. So I think that there is a chance that people may engage because they can voice their opinion on an issue that matters for them. I think that there is promise, and I'd like to see how his product can change that discussion in Canada.
If your favorite idea did not make it into the final round, log on to thelaunchpadshow.com and vote your favorite contestant into the finals.
It's been an exciting journey for 9 aspiring young entrepreneurs, 5 of whom have made it into the final rounds. 1 of 4 remaining contestants now rely on your vote to get them there as well. Who will win next and who won't? I'm your host, Ashwini Ravindran. Thanks for watching.
Set furnishing provided by Living Furniture, Kennedy and Lawrence, Scarborough.